Hello, everyone, and welcome back to KRVN Sizzling across Nebraska. This time we are coming to you from Hampton at the Loading Chute, all part of the Nebraska Beef Passport program, thanks to the Nebraska Beef Council, Cross Time and Cattle, Cross Time and Meats in Bertrand, obviously the Nebraska Cattlemen as well, and the Dawson County Cattlemen for being great sponsors for powering the Red Meat Road Trip. Tyler Cavalli, he's Jacob Roth. We're to learn a lot about, well, this area, but the Loading Chute, which, by the way, is a terrific name in itself, and it's really a cool building.
No, it catches your eye when you see the name. We're looking through the list of things. A lot of folks know where Hampton is at, but not necessarily a lot of folks have been to Hampton. So having really, really cool looking building. Excited to go inside, kind of see a little bit more what it feels like. Obviously, how the beef tastes, that's kind of a big part of it too. But really excited to kind of continue this stop, but should be a whole lot of fun.
All right, so we're going to learn more about the Loading Chute, all part of the Nebraska Beef Passport program and KRVN Sizzling across Nebraska. Let's go learn more. All right, we are back here in Hampton at the Loading Chute. It's all part of the Nebraska Beef Passport program and KRVN's Sizzling across Nebraska. We are joined with Liz Dozie, who is the owner and operator here at the Loading Chute, which is just right off the highway here in Hampton. And Liz, this is a beautiful spot. Talk more about this location, which will be a year that you guys will have been open coming in July.
Yes, that's right. We opened July 5th last year, and this spot it was originally opened as a Legion Club in 1973, and it's been various bars and restaurants since then, and we ended up buying it and renovating and opening last year.
Talk about what made you guys want to become a restaurant owner and operator.
My husband has always had this dream to do this, and then a couple of his friends as well, and so they decided Hampton needed this, and I thought, I'm right there being part of it, and so we just went ahead and jumped in.
The Loading Chute name, by the way, is terrific. It's very agriculture-esque, right? Perfect for Hampton.
Yes.
Talk about how you came up with the name.
A couple friends were just throwing around ideas, and they threw out the Loading Chute and said, you know what, you can get loaded, food or drink-wise, at the Loading Chute. So we thought that was kind of funny.
No, yeah, very funny, really works. And as Tyler kind of said, very agricultural based. What does your kind of agricultural background look like as you kind of are tied in a agriculture community like Hampton?
Yeah, my husband's a farmer, has been. It's multi-generational. They have a feedlot as well. And so the beef actually comes from our feedlot. It goes directly to York and is processed at McLean Beef. It's USDA certified and then comes right back here. So.
Yeah, no, and that's another stop here on the Beef Passport. And speaking of the Beef Passport, what kind of prompted you to join here, as it's only been your first year kind of open? What kind of wanted you to jump on the Beef Passport and be a part of the promotion?
We had a lot of people tell us, customers say how good our beef is and that we should get on the Beef Passport, and so we went ahead and did it.
Good, we're talking to Liz Dozie, who is the owner and operator here at the Loading Chute in Hampton, as we're here just right off the highway in Hampton, all part of the Nebraska Beef Passport program. All right, I want to rewind a little bit and go back to your guys' operation and integrating your Nebraska beef, which is something I don't think we have learned about at any of the other stops. Is usually Nebraska beef is obviously a part of it, but not their own beef that they're raising. That's a pretty neat venture for you guys.
Yep, we like to call it farm to table. So being that my husband's family has had a feedlot for, I think this is the fourth or going on fifth generation, we thought, why not incorporate our own beef? We eat it, and it goes all over the U.S., and now we get to serve it here.
So talk about some of the different things that you have here on the menu. That is obviously your own Nebraska beef, just here in this area that you guys have been fan favorites so far.
Of course, burgers. Yeah. Burgers are always a favorite. We have smash burgers and regular burgers. Our steaks, our chicken fried steaks, our brisket. Yeah, I think that's it.
All sorts of different kind of options. If someone's interested in coming on out here, what would your kind of push to be, hey, there's all sorts of stops on the Beef Passport. Why Hampton? Why make sure to get off I-80 and swing on by down the highway and come to the Loading Chute? What makes you guys different and kind of stand out from some of the other potential stops?
I think the ambiance, the vibe that we have here is kind of fun. It's different. We do have a little patio you can come sit on. Inside, it's all redone, and a lot of people like the vibe that we bring, and great service, great food. I think it has the whole package. So.
Yeah, you guys have a great outdoor patio in front and on the side. We're talking more about the inside as well. It's a huge open room.
Yep. When we bought the building, it was all enclosed, little rooms and a hallway, and it was different. And so we just gutted everything and redid it all, opened the ceiling up and everything, and made it our own.
So, what makes Nebraska beef so special? And why people enjoy it so much?
Oh my gosh, it's good. I don't know what else to say. So we have Angus beef, and it's prime Angus beef that we serve, and I think just for me it's more of a family thing, and we serve it and we eat it at home and at the restaurant, and I think it's just a Nebraska thing.
All right, Liz, as we have been going to every stop, obviously one of the fun things as well is we've been trying some different things on the menu.
Yes.
If there's one thing that Jacob and I should try here today, what should that be?
That is a hard question.
We get that a lot, by the way, which is great to hear, that you have so many options.
But also, not to add pressure, no one has led us in the wrong direction yet.
Okay.
Every stop, they're like, most people like this. There's a reason most people like it. I mean, we've had all sorts of different burgers, steaks, all sorts of different things. So if you add one thing, or what's your personal favorite, what do you think the most popular is, what direction should we roll?
Oh my gosh. Well, our steaks are top notch.
Okay.
They really are. But other than that, if you don't want a steak, I would lead you to our shoot burger.
Okay.
Or our shoot fingers. Those are really good. The other thing are our brisket chips is what we call them.
Okay.
So it's a bed of our fries with brisket, queso, shoot sauce, and then tomatoes and onions on top.
There's a lot of different options.
Pretty tasty.
Real quick, what is the shoot burger and what is the shoot fries?
Shoot burger is it's an
Or
8
fingers,
ounce,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the shoot burger is an 8-ounce patty. It has cheese, tomato, lettuce, onions, and pickles on it. Yeah. And our buns are fried on a fry top with diner sauce. So pretty.
Jacob,
Okay.
you got to make the call here, I think, at this point.
I feel like when she described it as the brisket chips,
Yes.
that feels something like you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's what my brain thought.
Let's do that.
I feel like that's like the healthy, that's going to be different. We're not going to get anything like that anywhere else.
Okay.
You're right.
So should we do the brisket chips?
I feel like that's, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
like the pressure. I don't like the pressure.
Brisket chips we'll be happy with?
Good choice, guys. Good choice.
All right, so we'll try the brisket chips, give you guys a review, and let you know more about that. Real quick, as we wrap things up as well, give you your hours, information, and again, why people should stop here for their passport program.
All right. Our hours are Mondays and Tuesdays from 4 until 9 p.m. Wednesdays we're closed. Thursdays we're open 4 to 9. Fridays is 3 to 11. And then Saturdays is 11 to 11. Sundays is 11 till 9.
Okay, all right, very good. And just right off the Highway 34, right?
We are right off of Highway 34 in between York and Aurora.
All right, very good. We'll stop by here. You can't miss it. Right across the elevator as well here in Hampton. This is all part of the Nebraska Beef Passport program as we're talking with Liz Dozy here at the Loading Chute at KRVN's Sizzling across Nebraska. All right, welcome back to the Loading Chute here in Hampton, part of KRVN's Sizzling across Nebraska. Tyler Cavalli, Jacob Roth along with you. All right, well, one, for our viewers, we did not give a review of while we were eating our food.
We ate a little too quick.
It's too dang good. Too dang good.
It was very good.
Yeah. What do we get?
It was the brisket chips, and it was very thinly sliced French fries, essentially, kind of steak fry style, just sliced really thin, really crispy, really, really good with brisket, barbecue sauce, queso. I mean, she ran down the whole thing when she was talking to us, but it all worked together really well.
It was a heaping pile of
No,
terrificness.
It was, I feel like that feeds two people easily, without a question there. So very, very, very good.
Yeah, so check that out. And again, we'd like to try different things, right?
Yeah.
As we're talking about, as we're literally making our way across Nebraska, everybody has their own specialty. The restaurant, meat shops, meat lockers, and this was theirs. And Liz was kind of talking about that, so we're like, we got to try it. And it's Nebraska beef. But one of my favorite things about it is, I think so far, I think is the main term, This is the only spot that we have come where the owner also is the one that's providing the Nebraska beef.
And it might end up being the only one, because that's not something I feel like you see all the time. Obviously, they've got a processor that works with them to be able to get it back, and it's kind of a cycle that works and keeps everything local. So, I mean, you can't really ask more than that. We've talked about how why is keeping local and keeping that local beef important. You can't really beat it.
You literally cannot get more local than here in Hampton. At this point. All right, good stuff. So check out the chips here. They were terrific. She mentioned the burger. She said our steaks were terrific. But again, we wanted to try something different. I believe that they're good.
With how good that was, they know what they're talking about when they say their food's good.
Yeah, so thanks again to Liz Dozy, who is the owner, one of the owners and operators here of the Loading Chute in Hampton. Must stop. She mentioned, by the way, a ton of people have already stopped here for the Nebraska Beef Passport program. This is their first year on it. And you're right off Highway 34. Like, it's right there off the highway, right across from the elevator if you've been around the Hampton area, but then also just a couple minutes off the interstate, which is a bonus. And she said they have a ton of people that come outside of the Hampton area to visit here at the Loading Chute.
Yeah, if you're coming from east, just go to York, pop up north to 34, and then zip it, and you're there. It takes no time at all. Really, really good stop. Granted, I feel like we say this every time. Recommendation was out of the ballpark. Yeah. You can't really ask for a better recommendation there, and great stop and worthwhile punching the stop on the Passport.
Homegrown Nebraska beef raised here in the area, served right here on your plate at the Loading Chute. Must stop here as part of the Nebraska Beef Passport program. Thanks to Nebraska Beef Council, who's been a terrific sponsor of this program, obviously the Passport program as well, Dawson County Cattlemen, Nebraska Cattlemen, and then, of course, Cross Diamond Cattle, Cross Diamond Meats in Bertrand. He is Jacob Roth. I'm Tyler Cavalli, reporting here once again as KRVN sizzling across Nebraska. Red Meat Road Trip, stopping at the Loading Chute in Hampton.